to this nation, Liberia. Not Liberia. Show your allegiance, show your loyalty to this nation, Liberia. The red on the flesh is forever. The white on the flesh is for purity. The star is for republic. The blue is for black people. We know Liberia is our home. The Declaration of Independence was signed in 1847. 11 blessings of people we are known as First Republic. The Lost Star shall be evermore.
Showing loyalty to this nation, Liberia.
If my people who are over money, we humble themselves.
What a pleasant good afternoon and welcome to the show. Welcome to Bitz And Pieces this afternoon on Voice of Liberia. 104.1.
Nation will come to your rising. I prophesy. Kingdom will come to your life.
In Monrovia and other frequencies across the country.
Let's be the people. What's in unity, we will build our nation. Ever, Liberia, ever.
The name is George, and I'm George Wai. Pretty well seated this afternoon to run through some of the issues we have on our plate. And of course, there are too many issues happening, too many things happening. And we need to take our time and talk about some of the issues across the country. Good afternoon to all of you, wherever you are, and how best you go about listening. Welcome to the Monday edition of the show. We're here up until 4 o'clock, at which time we hope to take leave of you. What are the issues? Who are those we intend to talk to this afternoon on the show? The government of Liberia, as part of a promise of getting 285 pieces of yellow machines, they've brought in country 137 pieces of the yellow machines. We're going to take some time. We're going to have some conversation about that as well. Ahead of the merger at the Bon County University and the Sumobmoy Technical College, owned and operated by Bon County Senator Prince Moy. Too many fights. Too many things have started happening, and I said this thing that the merger isn't in the interest, and there's a fight currently ongoing in the system. The president feels insecure working with certain people. Takawiyad is doing things that he's not to do. He have started fighting the controller of the Bon County University. We're going to take some time. We'll talk about that. Why is the president of the university fighting the controller of the institution? We'll tell you the kind of president he is. the love experience they have will tell you where exactly all the fight coming from. Is Senator Moe in the know? Is he fighting this man to bring in someone he trusts? Someone who have worked for his school? What is happening at the Phoebe Hospital in Bonn? Workers Union of the facility threatened shutdown. If government cannot, cannot meet up with our responsibilities. We'll take some time to talk about this this report, and you will listen to some of what the workers union of the Phoebe Hospital, exactly what they're saying. We'll take some time, and you will listen to them as well. And so we want to say good afternoon to all of you. Thank you for joining us wherever you are. Welcome to the show. It's on Voice of Liberia, 104.1 and other frequency across the country. Welcome to the show, and let's have a wonderful conversation this afternoon on Voice of Liberia, Bitz And Pieces. The cash giveaway is on. Today is Monday, and obviously on the Monday, what we normally do here is that on the Monday we give our rice, we give our oil, we give our $5,000, we give our some cash, we give our phones as well. So you can dial *799*8#. Dial *799*8#. You dial *799*8#. You play with just 50 Liberian dollars, and of course you stand a chance to win $5,000, win yourself a phone, or you win for yourself other prizes that we're giving out right here this afternoon. So put in your bet, play multiple times, and let's go. *799*8#. You keep dialing *799*8#, and let's go. *799*8#. Keep dialing *799*8#. And at 3 o'clock, we'll have an advocate. Darius Doe will be our guest on the show. He have said to me, he's interested in this whole yellow machine thing. So I don't want to throw the gong. I will just keep my analysis on this whole yellow machine thing, and that will come. I will ask him out of the hard questions, and then tomorrow we will have more time. This whole week, we'll talk about our yellow machine thing. Better Liberians, don't worry. But we'll have Darius Doe coming on the show at 3 o'clock, and that's why I don't want to trunk the gong. Darius will be here, and we'll have conversation lengthily about this yellow machine thing and other issues. We'll talk about the budget. We'll talk about the performances of the government, what he makes of it, and other issues will be talked about on the show. And so all you need to do now is to maximize the volume of a receiver, and rest assured you're going to get the best that you deserved. All you can do now is to just maximize the volume of a receiver. Fellow Liberians, welcome. I want to take a few minutes. I'm going to take a few minutes to talk about what is happening currently at the Bonn County University. These are issues that we need to start to flag at the early stage. And somebody was telling me that, look, Senator Moe isn't involved. And I said to them that you are joking. And let me say this. The other time I was on this platform and I said that this whole merger thing, this MOU that Senator Moe is putting, isn't in the interest of the county, isn't in the interest of the people. And a lot of people saw it another way. But what coming to happen very soon? Take it from me. There are people that will shortly be out of job. Believe it or not, there are people that because of this merger, some of them will they will dismiss them simply because we doesn't have that, that power now, that financial strength no longer to take on the responsibilities of all of the staffs at his technical college. And so because of that, there will be, in fact, there are people that the president of the college and others, they've started playing some games. I'm told the current president, Afresen Takawia, toward the facility of the Sumomwe today, the Sumomwe Technical College. We got information that, in fact, they had a discussion, the two of them already. That discussion, they held a long time. They were running after the MOU before, in fact, we could bring it to the public. But now, let me tell you what is happening. The current president of the university, the Bon County University, Afresen Takawia, is doing something, and I think it's not in the interest. And we should stop hiding his hands. I'm told, he recommended this guy about anything is possible anywhere, anytime. But let me read the portfolio, because what the president is telling this guy that he's not qualified and all kinds of things. But I've decided to do some fact check, and I will say to you exactly what I know about him and the kind of person he is, as to whether he's qualified and all of that. We'll say some things about his qualification and all of that. And we will tell you exactly what is behind this, and we think they need to stop. I mean, the people, they are professional people. They have the different experiences that it takes them to be qualified. They have all it is. You cannot say you want to do something, and at the end of the day, you be fighting the people. I think it's wrong. Whether the president of the college is being used, to do these things, I think it's wrong. And you cannot have, a professional man, someone who have worked in this field, who have, all it takes to be the controller. You want to fight, or you fighting such a man on grounds that, he's not, he doesn't have that qualification. But when did you realize this? When this man been in this position for over the years. When this man have been into this capacity over the years, he understands all it is. And I'm going to call his name on this platform. Mole Oke Tokpa. He has been the controller. Finance controller of the former Bon County Technical College, now the Bon University, the Bon County University. But what we investigated is that, this man, he's a very professional man. This man have always had some issues with the president in terms of some of the things that he has been into. This man was appointed by, his appointment was influenced by Senator Mui, and some of the decisions that he took then, or that he has been taking as a president of the college. And I've been going down well with this man, because the man is the final president. He's the controller. Somebody would say, yes, final president. And he have always pushed for the right things to be done. And so because of that, the president and few others are not pleased with this man. And they pushing him and saying he's not qualified. When did you realize this? Why only at this stage that you come to say such a man is not qualified? They say because that he have always pushed for the right things to be done. It said because that he has always pushed for the right things to be done. He have always disagreed with you, Mr. President of the college. That look, let's do the right things. This should not be about whether you were appointed by whoever, or whether your appointment was, recommended by whoever. But the right thing should be done, because our integrity matters. And so because of that, they've started fighting. They started fighting him, and they've started to say all kinds of things about him. And not only him alone, there are others. In fact, there are others who the senator is pushing now that they leave the payroll. There are others that will leave, and some of the professors that were teaching at his technical college will be placed on that payroll. They come and start to go after some of them. If you affiliated with CDC before and you are a professor, you're in the classroom, they will silence you. They come in to silence you. I'm raising this issue, and I think it's something that we all need to talk about. Now, Mole Oketopa, he's the controller of the Bon County Technical College. Is now university. He has been into that position from, I think, 2024 up to present. His responsibilities, or what he's been into, he has been overseeing, financial operations, budgeting and accounting. That is just part of his responsibilities as controller or acting controller. Fiscal planning, he's been into developing and implementing financial plans. He has been into forecast and reports. That's his area. He's been into accounting and auditing. He has always ensured accurate financial records, compliance with accounting. This man has always provided guidance and supervision to financial staffs. Why the president will want to fight such a man? Why you even want to fight such a man? This man has worked with the MoMA International as manager. He managed the financial planning and budget of that institution. He developed and managed financial plans. He had done he had worked so many areas. And that we're going to take some time to let you know of some of the work that he did, some of the things that he did to those areas. He's been into, the cash flow management. He has monitored and managed cash flow. Risk management. He's been able to identify, and mitigate financial risks. Pokio is the Pokio Financial Association. He was the president of that group. He led the organization in managing finance and overseeing financial activities, developed and implemented financial, policy and strategies. This is the kind of man we're talking about. This man has always fostered relationship with members, promote relationship and members, promote members' participation in, in his field. He has done extremely well. This is the man that people have started to go against simply because they have one or two persons that they want to bring in the system, and because they want to have control over that office, or they want to have control over the controller. And he's not one of those persons who wants to, just market his integrity. He just wants to allow himself be used by Takawea and others. He feels that he has built himself over the time, and he cannot allow, little of nothing to derail his character. This man, he was the vice president for finance for the Unity Party Bomb Branch. He oversees the party finances in Bond County. He showed effective budgeting and financial planning. And somebody come and say such a man is not, is not qualified simply because when you want to do what is not right, the man said, no, the administration here, we're not running Boy Scout. Let's ensure that the right things are done. Let's ensure that the right things are done. It's about finance. Let's ensure the right things are done. Then people want to have issues. People have started to fight the man. I don't know him. Let me make it clear. I don't know him. I've not seen him. He doesn't even know me. And I don't know him. If there are people even wondering how I got to know some of the things that, some of the places he worked. He's a decent elderly man. I think I've heard about him on 1 or 2 occasions. But I don't just, know him like that. The fight needs to stop. And that's why I said that this merger, the Sumomoy and the BCTC, the other day I said it wasn't in the interest of the people. And I still stand by that. They started pushing to ensure that too many of the professors at that place that are on payroll, they're planning to dismiss them. They will take them down. They will take them down. They will fire them. Then the professor at Moy University now, they will include them. So you know how many persons they are about to make jobless? What becomes of their families? I'm just raising the issue specifically with this man because I have all the information, all the, some of the conversation in my possession. That's why I'm specific with him or about his issue. And I think this is completely wrong. This isn't politics. This man, in fact, he supported, the last time he supported, he even contested on the CDC. That was in, I think, 2005. He supported the CDC, but I was in 2005. So why now you want to raise a fire when the man just supported you in 2023? When he managed issue of finance. He was the vice president of finance for the Unity Party just of recent, in the election. Why you want to go after such a man? Is Senator Prince Moy in the know? People will say he's not in the know, but I'm aware, and I know why all the fights are coming out. But this is the government that you elected. They've started to go after you. You who campaign for them, they started to go after you because you campaign for them. That the wrong you did to have campaigned for them. So they start to go after professionals who are in their areas and doing what they think best. This man, he has always provided that regular financial reports. That's what he has done. Even when he supported the Unity Party, he served as vice chair for finance. He provided a regular, financial report to the party leadership and stakeholders. He ensured, that compliance with financial regulation and party constitution. People who know Molly, you know what I mean? You know the kind of president I'm talking about. Once chairman on community development. Somewhere around the Patawi clan, they had that association where he directed community, development initiative and projects. He coordinated efforts, to improve local infrastructure and services. He worked with community members to identify and address development needs. This is the kind of president we're talking about. Why should people be going after the kind of professional people who have all it takes Look, I want to get a specific area where, okay, financial officer, treasurer, Unity Party, campaign team, Bond County, manage campaign funds and financial records. Look at financial team head, Bond County Sport Association. This is the kind of man they want to fight. Yeah, Bond County. Oversaw financial operation for the sports association, manage budgets and financial planning for sports events. Amen. President Totman Finance Association Tufa, Bangabon County. Listen, he led the financial association in managing and allocating funds, developed financial strategies to support member needs, ensured transparency and accountability in financial. How come such a person you say he's not qualified? How come? Okay, financial team head controller, sustainable development promoters, SDF, duties and responsibilities as finance head. He managed financial planning and budgeting for development project. He coordinated with donors and stakeholders for funding. He monitored financial performances and reported on projects finances. All of this man, all of his area, or all of the places he worked related to the position that he's into currently. Related to financing, related to auditing, loan manager, UNDP. The macro is the macro credit loan institution. This is a man who his responsibilities, as part of his responsibilities as loan manager, was to manage macro credit loans for beneficiaries, access loan application, and monitor repayment schedules. He did his best. He did all he could. Why are we going after the kind of professional people that have all it takes? Is it because we want to satisfy our personal political gains? Is it because we have that corrupt motive and a professional person doesn't have? So we feel insecure and we don't want to work with the kind of people? Okay, people will say, oh, the man did not support. No, it's not the case. He supported. The last time we checked that he supported CDC, way 2005. And this man applied. This man qualified. This man has been into the capacity. Why only at this stage, when we're talking about the merger, fellow Liberians, beside this man, several professionals will be silent again very soon. And not just that, too many areas that he worked. And I just want to take maybe a few minutes. Let me just run through it. A few minutes here. Let me just run through it. Bookkeeper, UNDP. Okay. Business manager, they Quench Your Thirst International. Business manager, okay, duties and responsibility as business manager. He managed business operation and finances. He oversees the inventory, sales, okay, and financial reporting. Look at that. Secretary General Bong Relief Distribution Committee, duties and responsibilities as Secretary General, coordinator relief distribution efforts in Bong. He managed logistic and inventory of relief supplies, vice president for administration and academic affairs. Okay. Duties, he managed administrative and academic function of the school. Okay, let's go to instead of a basic home economics and bookkeeping. Look at taught home economics and bookkeeping nurses courses rather. This man, such a person that has been into home economics and bookkeeping courses, he have taught in the area. Hey man, fellow Liberians, let's be honest. You say such a person isn't qualified? How? Yeah. We need to stop the kind of thing. Mixing politics with education. That's what's happening. And this is completely wrong. You cannot mix politics with education. At the end of the day, you mess the entire system up, and that's what is happening. We'll talk about what is also happening at Phoebe, Federal Liberians. Our people are down. Our people are going to bear with hunger. You're working, but you can't get nothing. You in government, you're working, and you can't take home nothing. Amen. But we'll take some time. In fact, you'll listen to what the people are saying. People crying everywhere. You know how many of the professors that they've reached out to me from that place, what the merger is currently in, they having conversation to have that merger. You know how many of them they are about to sell land, fellow Liberians? The government need to be serious. If this government would take this thing for joke and they continue to do this to the people, I'm told another what sort of government is this? New Georgia today, people are there again in tears. I will take a few minutes, you'll listen to them. Just everywhere, noise, noise. People are not feeling fine everywhere. People fighting people, people demolishing people properties. What sort of government is this, fellow Liberians? Why people will be going after people? Why people will be going after people, fellow Liberians? Why? Instructor economics, third degree, okay. Do this responsibility, third basic economics courses, okay. So let's move here. Educational background, fine. Okay, let me get this play quickly because we'll have to move on and talk about some other issues here. Bachelor of Science, BSc in General Management, Cardinal University College. Okay, Dublin Watt and Firestone Plantation School System. Okay. Abel Elementary, Junior High School, Firestone. Okay, great. Such a man, imagine that. Development Education Network, then L Certificate in Community and Organizational Development Training, United Nations Operations Service Certificate in Macro Credit Training Program, held in Monrovia. Okay. Extracurricular, okay. Senator aspiring, no, that's not okay. Vice President Buffet, okay. So let me say this, fellow Liberians, right? Let me say this. We need to stop mixing politics with education. I think it's bad, it's wrong, isn't in the interest. I think it's bad. If we want to continue to mess the system up, then we can continue. It's bad. It's completely wrong. And we need to stop that. We cannot continue to do that. That is completely wrong. And so I think Molly has all it takes. He's qualified, he's competent, he's capable, and other instructors, I mean, say professors as well, that they're fighting at that, university simply because Mwede is bringing in, or he's pushing for the merger of his university. I think what is happening at the moment is wrong. And yeah, hey, my people. Hey, my people. There's another protest. In fact, serious protestation currently ongoing on the Phoebe compound against federal Liberia. Serious protest ongoing on the Phoebe compound, and we'll take some time to talk about what is happening there. We'll talk about it as well. Like I said, 3 o'clock, we'll have our guest coming in. He's going to talk about this yellow machine thing. He's interested into it. He will say some things about it, and then we'll move on. And we'll talk about other issues as well. So that's why I'm not rushing to move into it. I don't want to throw the guns. And so Mole Tokba, no need to fight him. He has all it takes to be in that position, to be in that capacity. And I would take some time to see whether we can have some conversation behind the scene to know exactly where we are now with this whole thing, because there are several other professors that they've reached out to me. They've reached out to me and they've they in tears. This is wrong. They have family, they need to cater to their family. You cannot fight them, you cannot try to bring them down, you can try to take food from that table, simply because we got people and he's pushing for them to get on payroll. It's completely wrong. I think this needs to stop. The right thing should be done. This man has the qualification, he have what it is, and I think that's why he should maintain that post. And people should not fight people because somebody get one person sitting who was serving in a position to his place and he's pushing for merger. He want the person to go there to occupy that position so he can have full control in that area. It's completely wrong. But let me get this person. I think this person want to partake on the show. Hello, you want to partake on the show? Let's hear you. We'll take you for 1 or 2 minutes. Otello Frank, welcome to the show. Otello, good afternoon. Welcome.
Thank you so much, George. Look, I'm interested in the conversation, George, because one country is so dear to my heart, because that is the only place I cannot be deported from. Look, what is happening in our country, George? It's just wrong. Every day we fight that crime mentality. This will not help one country. It has never helped us. It will not help us now. It will not help us moving forward. The issue at the Bonn Technical College now, Bonn University,
it's serious.
It got to stop.
It's serious, Otello. Very serious.
It got to stop, George. It got to stop. Why fight people? Mone Topa is a professional man. I know him. Mone Topa and Takawia work with me. We work together.
Do you know him? Did I hear you say you know him?
I know the both of them very well. We work together.
I mean, the Putin don't make them jobless. The people are very wicked people.
I know the both of them. Takawia, Mone Topa, they are two very good friends. Okay. Two best friends. They work with me on the board of the Friends of Salonte. All right. Takawia was the president, was the chairman for the board of advisors, and Mone Topa was responsible for finance for the Friends of Salonte at national level. Mone Topa, that I know he is a principal-minded man. That only for you to get money, you will read paper essay. You have to explain to convince him.
That's the kind of person he is.
That is the man that today the people fighting him at the college. That man is a professional man. He believes in principle. Don't count them, and people are begging you. You start this thing. It has not helped us. It will not help us now. It will not help us tomorrow. And so the celibacy movement for Bonn County, a concerned celibacy movement is coming up. Okay. And we are going to speak to that issue concerning the Bonn Technical College and the Bonn University. Concerning Mone Topa, you got to stop. This man is a professional man. Give him a chance. Let him do the right thing. That our university can be one of the best in our country. Thank you so very kindly, George.
Thank you. I don't know why they're fighting Mori and other prof. It's wrong. We need to stop that. This man have all it is. He's an educated man. He are working this field, and including other professors at that place. They are very good people. That cloud hangs over Baka government. Phoebe hospital worker threatened shutdown over salary disparities, poor working condition. A dark cloud hangs over the administration of President Joseph Boakai and Vice President Jeremiah Kun as workers at Phoebe hospital in Bonn staged a protest on February 23rd, 2026. That is today, is ongoing at the moment, over salary disparities and what they describe as an unconducive working environment at the government-run referral facility. The aggrieved workers say the protest is intended to draw the attention of President Boakai to what they term persistent mistreatment by the Phoebe Hospital administration and delayed by relevant government agency in addressing salary increment. Martha Morris, where are you? According to the workers, significant disparities exist between employees performing similar duties, with some staff allegedly earning far less than their counterparts. They also cited poor working conditions, including inadequate medical supplies and sanitation challenges, which it says are affecting service delivery. The protesters are shouting down the hospital administrators. Those, if their concerns are not urgently addressed, Phoebe Hospital serves as a major referral facility for Central Liberia, providing healthcare services to residents of Bonk and neighboring counties. A shutdown is currently disrupting medical services and placing patients at risk. Meanwhile, many citizens, especially caretakers of patients currently receiving treatment at the hospital, are calling for swift intervention by the national government and international partners to prevent a disruption of services. Look, let me say this. Let me say something. Martha Morris, who is now, I think, deputy minister or assistant minister at the Ministry of Health, they did something during the election that wasn't right, and now it's going after them. You lied to the people of salary increment and all of that, but today it's on the contrary. You can increase the salary of the people, and in fact, nothing you've been able to do, and now the people are coming out, shutting down the facility, going to the offices of the people that head in the facility and shutting down their offices. Imagine that, fellow Liberians. So you see, let me say this. I will take a few calls, but I just want to, say a few things about it. I saw the release from the Ministry of Health, but the people always do these things to, get the ball going. But again, the cash giveaway. Please play while we're having the conversation. Keep playing *799 *8#. Keep dialing *799 *8#. Keep dialing *799 *8#. Play with just $50 Liberian dollars. 2 more persons to play. Sharp 3 o'clock, 11 minutes up to 3. 3 o'clock we'll do the draw before taking our guest. So 2 persons play at least 2 or 3 times, and let's go. Let me take a few minutes and talk about what is happening at Phoebe Hospital. Look, let me say something to you. The current government, when they were in opposition, they made the people to believe that upon their election, everything would be bread and butter. I mean, Martha Morris then were campaigning all around the place. The thing is, it's funny and interesting, fellow Liberian, but it's something to talk about because it's in the interest of our people, and that's why we're not going to relent in talking about them. During the campaign, they said, "Oh, you harmonize my salary, I will harmonize the food." They took it to health facilities. The health workers themselves get involved. They made themselves to be, that people who are chanting battle cries for unity party. So today they are the ones now who are in tears. They are the ones now who are crying all around the place that they're not getting what they are to get. Where is Martha Morris? Where are the people? Where is Senator Mui? Where are people that were here and lying to the health workers? At the end of the day, that the people here today protesting that you can increase their salary. You're not even paying them. They're protesting all around the place. Phoebe Hospital, should that place be a protest ground now? Should Phoebe Hospital be a protest ground? Looking at the importance of that facility. Let's put politics aside, fellow Liberians. Let's put aside politics. Let's put aside politics, fellow Liberians. What is happening? What is happening, fellow Liberians? The government need to live up to commitments you made to the people. You cannot make a commitment to the people. You increase their expectation, and at the end of the day, you want them to keep quiet. And I want to applaud the health workers who are currently on track, who are currently protesting at the Phoebe Hospital. The government would need to increase their salary. You made a commitment to them. You made a promise to them. And so you need to live up to that. And we want to say this to the police. We want to say this to the police. You have to protect those protesters. You have to protect those protesters. And don't be the one to go there again, start shooting tear gas, beating on the people and doing things that you are not to do. Beating on the people for their right. The people are not satisfied. You need to address their concern. The government need to address the people concerned. There are issues of salary disparities at Phoebe Hospital. And let me tell you why it is true that right now it is only Phoebe Hospital. But almost all of the health workers in Liberia are complaining now. They have issues, serious issues with this government. Serious issue they have with this government. We need to take politics out of all these sectors. Let's allow them to operate independently. But outside of that, we won't go nowhere as a country. We'll be going nowhere. Because you brought politics into the health sector. So you see how it has become very political, the entire system now. It's been manipulated by politics. It's been manipulated by politics. You lied to the people, you're going to increase their salaries. No, if I have no equipment, no tools for working. The people don't have tools there, nothing there. Before I even talk about medicine, no medicine at the facilities. At the facilities. And what's that? They even putting our patients. So you know what will happen? You know what will happen? So if you took your patient to that facility and they were in, that kind of, very, bad condition, at the end of the day, they will die. So don't be surprised when you're hearing or when you hear too many death news of recent coming from Phoebe Hospital or from the county. If you hear and you ever took your patient to Phoebe Hospital, you have to go there and get your patient from there because they're putting them out. The nurses and doctors at that facility, they are putting them out. You need to go there now. Go and take your patient to another facilities because it's very serious. As we speak, the guys are on ground now and they carry on serious protest on the compound. They're putting out patients at the facility. It's very serious. And the government of Liberia through the Ministry of Health needs to get involved, needs to go in and intervene. Needs to go in and intervene because if the government doesn't do that, people will lose their lives. People will lose their relatives. People will lose their relatives, their friends. It's something very serious, and the government should not take this for joke. My guest is already here, but we'll take few calls. We'll go to the lines. We'll take few calls on this thing that is happening in Bong, the merger. It has taken another stage now where the guys are fighting. They've started fighting. Serious fight is ongoing now in Bong. People say, "Oh no, my school, I can't control it again." They sign an MOU. I mean, let's let's sign an MOU. You take control, and what you do. Let's step on some of the instructors. let's get my guys included on the government payroll so that the government takes responsibilities. But again, we can go to the lines and take few calls: 0773419502, 0773978564, 0773978564, 0773419502. As you speak currently, again, I want to repeat before I go to the lines. It's serious. The government need to get involved. The nurses at our facilities, they are putting out the patients from the facilities on ground that they are no longer, going to work at that facility, and patients should leave. They're talking to the caretakers to get them out of the facilities. They're not doing nothing there. In fact, they don't have medicine there. Their salary are not being increased. They're not even paying them. And so they are angry. They are disappointed. Serious protestation at the moment at Phoebe Hospital. So if you're in Nimba, wherever you are, and you're listening, you're watching, you need to go and get your patient from that facility. Let's go to the line: 0773-419-502, 0773-978-564. The government need to get involved. The government need to handle this thing at this time, and so that it doesn't go out of hand. When the people started to think this, I think that was last weekend, they were serious, but the government took it for a joke. You see where we are? But let's get this person on this line. Good afternoon, welcome. Let's hear you. What's your name, from where you call?
Good afternoon, my dear friend and brother.
Good afternoon, welcome. Let's hear you.
And I tweet you from my Corwell resident.
Go ahead from Corwell. Let's hear you.
Firstly, I want to say thank you ever so much for the topic on our discussion.
Go ahead. 30 seconds.
It's saddening my heart to see this government behaving like an immature government. The people who put the power on the matter of power, taking that it will change the life of the ordinary people. Today they are proceeding in a kind of form and manner. It is not strange when the current leader of our country, President Bouaka, coming to power, he said that if he does not win the presidency, that there will be no Liberia, or he will do everything possible to dance with the devil. So all of his children, the president, the rest of the other people are that technical college in one country. They are sons of the devil. What you expect to look at such a professional person with an integrity article, trying to protect the image of that institution because he wants to bring malpractices into that leadership, and at the end of the day, you start to push him out because of saying that he's a clinician and taking other clinicians out of job. And it's impossible that there will never be a one-party state. Because the fact of the matter is that we're voting politics, everybody has their way to go when it comes to the political spectrum of our country. So you not force anybody to say, oh yeah, that they should be honest, they should only adhere to the Unity Party or start of politics. No.
Don't disagree. The people say don't disagree with them. So thank you. Yeah, go ahead. Be snappy, please.
For me, I'm not in sympathy with those who are protesting. I'm only in sympathy with people who are suffering from illnesses at that clinic or that hospital.
They putting the people outside. The people putting the patient in outside. Some of them, they are in very critical condition.
I will hammer salary. You hammer my salary, I will hammer your vote. So today, the salary, we expect the salary to be increased. This for them to be protesting all around here.
But the government allowed the people now, brother. What you expect? Thank you. Thank you. Let's get another person from this. And hello, welcome. Let's hear you. What's your name, from where you call?
My name is Avanso Dolo. I call from Bong County, from Bong University.
Avanso Dolo, go ahead. Let's hear you. From Bong University. Go ahead.
Thank you for the topic. I listened to the topic. It was well articulated. The man is talking about today, Molly. Brother, if you just come in Bong County and ask students about Molly, this kind of man who is using his own salary paying student school fees, apart from government allotment and their parents allot them.
Wow.
So just a man journalist going on radio station to castigate him just for money. And we know that journalist so much. He is just there doing such a kind of thing to tarnish.
No, I don't. No, listen. I don't want us to talk about whoever or whether journalist or not journalist. Please, let's talk about his qualifications and what he has done over the time, what he has worked and whether he's qualified. That's what we're talking about.
Okay, listening to you reading most of his qualification, but realistically speaking, they may surpass most of those qualifications you were just reading. They may have served in government, in different government, in NGOs, in humanitarian areas, providing, even giving mentorship to young professionals.
Wow.
There's a person that as soon as you explain your problem to him, very precise, he will try to do what he's going to do. So we will not sit in Bon County and see the kind of president be removed from such a position, because it will create a lot of gap in the institution for us when it comes to managing the university finance, managing the university resources, because there are principles we believe that he live within the institution. You can't just take money from the institution. So such a person, when he's among other people who have some definite attitude, you notice that they want to keep things out. So Mole is a man that we need in the school, and
thank
he
you.
will remain here.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. The guys are angry. The guys are angry. Wow. And just bring my guess in. Let me take this call out. Hello, welcome. Let's hear you. What's your name, from where you call? Good afternoon. Let's hear you. What's your name, from where you call?
I'm patient for Duporo.
Patient, go ahead from Duporo. Let's hear you.
So, if you were my one, they put there from 9 to 2029. You were here yesterday, they were telling you, you get 20%, who gave 0%. Why did they get a agreement to Madam Murray right now? But I see Madam Murray was putting it against the government. Did I see hospital? They were thinking behind you, today Madam Murray in good position. So they sort of express agreement to her. You don't want to be there to speak for the Madam Murray. Instead of defending public peace. For the Madam Murray, John. Thank you for the time.
Thank you. Star 799 star 8 hash. You keep dialing star 799 star 8 hash. You keep dialing star 799 star 8 hash. Play with just $50 Liberian, and then you stand a chance to win 5,000 half bag of rice. We're giving our phone as well. So play, put in your entries and play multiple times. This person, hello, welcome. Let's hear you. What's your name, from where you call? Use the headphone. Leave out. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Yeah, you have the call in phone. What you want to call it?
How many people not certify is them go by the way?
No, Jody, you know it's good to do with the devil you know, and it's just you are not seeing. But when we have an institution now 100% that very important where everybody was going. No, I really care for the example of I want to talk forward attention back for a brother go and sell it and increase their salary. So even if you are a different, we are still something that if you are taking step by step. But then we were on the street protesting. Woman now was salary could do your vote. They vote today that woman like look, you're going to say now your time go back to where start to meet all of the building, the hospital there. Don't be there why you don't want that, why you go. That is that embarrassing. I was here, and that's what I hear with different things because they go. You don't want that treat them good, man. Treat them the right way you want to treat them.
Thank you so much. We're not taking call, please. Those of you calling, just hold on. We already have our guest here. We've gone 5 minutes in the time already, so we need to get this song here. We'll take a break. To be back, when we come back, we'll welcome our guest. Like I said, our guest is Dara Stowe. He's an advocate. He will be here. In fact, he's already here. Not even he will be here, but he's already here. Let me see what I can squeeze in this present quickly. Take the break. Good afternoon. Welcome. Let's hear you. What's your name, from where you call? Hello. Welcome. Let's hear you. What's your name, from where you call?
My name is Derek.
You call from where?
From Bong University, Derek.
Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Okay, well, thank you to Voice of Nigeria for promoting equal justice in the Republic of Nigeria. There are information on the newspaper of hearing from Bong pertaining the control of the current control at the school. And that information is not okay. The current controller is a qualified person, Mr. Mode, who holds a bachelor's degree with most experience from Washington University in 1982 I read his profile before. He said, I guest speaker of my institution while graduating from high school. So he has helped all young people in the country, even women group, men group, organizations, as a great philanthropic in this country. So at that college, he is also helping students, one of the beneficiaries from his scholarship scheme. So we would not tell anybody that we will send some kind of repetition in the institution. So we stand by him and we will make to support him for the quality of work in the industry. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's take this very short break. To be back, when we come back, we'll take our guest. Let's go.
Money, money, yeah, money, palava. Money, yeah, money, palava. He left his mama for money.
And welcome our guest to the show. And like I said this afternoon, our guest is Darius. Though Darius is an advocate, too many issues we're going to talk about. We talk the politics. And this afternoon, he will provide his views on the governance of the country. I know he followed the current the 2026 national budget. Yes. What all happened? You know, he's been reeling through the budget. You know, we asked him some questions as to whether this budget, the 2026 budget, is it a rescue budget or what sort of budget it is? He will respond to that. We'll have too many other conversations here. The yellow machines, 137 pieces of yellow machines are in the country. What he thinks about this whole thing regarding the yellow machine thing. And other issues, you know, I kept it specifically because I knew that he was coming, and you know, he said to me, "I'm interested in the yellow machine thing," so I will be there. And I said, "And no need to talk about it. I don't want to throw the gun." But Darius is here. Darius, good afternoon. It's good to have you. How are you?
Yeah, George, and to our listeners, it's good to be here for the very first time. As a matter of fact, on the course of Liberia.
Are you coming through? I get you. Just let's use this line. Just use this. Let me get this break. 1 minute. Let me take this very short break to be right back.
Money, yeah, money, palava. Money, yeah, money, palava.
And so let's now welcome Darius. Darius, welcome.
Yeah, like I said, good to be
Much
here
better.
for the very first time on the voice of Liberia, the voice of the people. It's my pleasure. Let me say good afternoon to all of our people in Radio Land and those watching us live. It's good to be here for the very first time to discuss national issues.
I've always invited you, but
Business can
but it's good to be here anyway. Let's get a ball rolling. You want to tell the people basically about yourself? Who is Darius?
Well, I'm a young man. I hail from Sino and Grand Group, the Southeast specifically. I have a background in journalism, journalistic background, and political commentator.
Okay.
Currently, I work at the legislature, the Senate, and video Spoon and other media institutions.
Okay, so let's get a ball going. I want us to get started with this yellow machine thing, and we'll talk about other issues, and then we'll conclude on this stuff. But how is it what's your view regarding this whole yellow machine? Do you think 137 pieces of the yellow machines in country? What's your stance regarding this whole thing? Take into consideration the whole process. What's your stance? Firstly, then we move on.
So the interesting thing is that nobody will oppose the development or the news of the yellow machine finally arriving in the country, 157 pieces. But the fact that the circumstances surrounding the entire yellow machine saga, President Bouaga came out and told the Liberian people that his friend, his best friend initially, was giving out the yellow machine free to Liberia, out of friendship. That turned to be another story. Mama Capability, his advisor, went to South Africa, and then we hear the story about 84 million for the 285 pieces, and then the president had to come in and appoint his vice president to look at costs and renegotiate. Liberia have to return the initial pieces of yellow machine that were pirated back to South Africa. And then the VP went to China, negotiated, and then from 85 million to 21 million, as we all know about. And then finally, we are hearing that the price has exceeded the 21 million, even though the first batch of yellow machines have arrived. So the stories, the inconsistency, the inaccurate information surrounding the yellow machine itself have killed the momentum to some extent.
You think the momentum
to some extent? To some extent. Then, what is interesting now is that as a country, the government told us that they took loan from EcoBank to procure these machines. And then over the period of 2, 3 years, 5 years, the national budget allocation will be used to service the loan from EcoBank. Now, so the fundamental issue I have with the yellow machine is that it is good for our development.
And then what was coming.
But we could use the very budget and procure this machine without taking loan. Remember, we have a 1.2 billion budget for 2026. If you check the 2026 budget, the president budget increased. In 2024, President Bouaga budget was 2.1 million approved. 2026, the president budget jumped to 3.3 million. That is 1.2 million increment in the president budget. You go to the vice president as well. The vice president budget increased. From 2024, it was 3.3 million. 2026, it is what, 4.2 million. That is 900, almost $1 million increase in the vice president budget.
You think what was to be done?
And then even if you go to you go to Ministry of State, the Ministry of State budget, what 2024 was 10.9 million. Now it's 15.5 million. There is 4.5 million increment. And then the NSA budget, it will shock you. 2024, it was 9.4 million. The NSA budget jumped to 22.1 million in 2026. Likewise, the EPS. So if you just add from the president, vice president, Ministry of State, NSA, and EPS, the increment in their budget is around 20 million. The same amount of the yellow machines. Then we will not have to pay interest to EcoBank when we borrow the money for these machines. So you increase your office budget, you increase all of the ministry budget, you increase recurrent expenditure on goods and services, but then the infrastructure that the people are supposed to celebrate, you go and borrow money, you credit money for that. That is a concern for me when it comes to the yellow machine celebration. More to that, pass around the country to allow to realize Liberians are not celebrating. What officials that are wearing yellow?
We'll talk about that. Don't worry. What does that imply? Instead of government, dropping all our leaders or those in government reducing their budget and use that fund for the procurement of yellow machine, they use that money to increase their personal budget. What's a fear? What are you sensing? What do you think should have been done from the angle of the government?
So this is a concern that shows that it demonstrates that you don't have love for our people. Because if you will borrow 20 or 25 or 50 million from EcoBank over time that you pay with interest, when you have a sizable national budget of 1.2 billion for the first time, you could do all of that. But it will shock you. Not only just the yellow machine that they have to go and borrow money for and increase their office's budget, but then the entire infrastructure programs for the government 2026, they call it public sector investment program. It is tied to accident meter signature bonus of 200 million. Wow. Take the 2026 budget. There is 930 million for recurring expenditure, goods, services, and debt. The rest is 289 million for PSRS, Public Sector Investment Program, which is infrastructure. If you take accident meter 200 signature bonus, it means that the entire government program, they allotted only 89 million. So why if accident meter signature bonus, which is 200 million, do not come in full? It means LEC that is allotted 50 million, you will not have electricity, frequent electricity, stable electricity. It means also public works have 50 million plus in the 2026 budget for infrastructure, road infrastructure. It means some of the road programs will not be actualized.
Meaning we'll have issues, too many issues as a country.
We tied our development to SEPE because it's on a contingency in the budget. Contingency that something you're not sure you show. So you tie the entire infrastructure program that's supposed to benefit the masses, that's supposed to drive your agenda, you tie it to contingent budget. Same with the yellow machine. You increase the president budget, the vice president budget, Ministry of State budget, NSA budget, EPS budget, and then to buy the people yellow machine, you go and credit money from the bank. Now, mind you, the loan was not even rectified by the legislature, but the public works minister doing Senate hearing said once allocation is made in the national budget for yellow machine, it means the legislature have consented to pay back the loan. So they never needed the approval of the legislature. So that is the fundamental issue I have with this budget.
19 pieces of the yellow machines will be going to each of the 15 counties. What's the stance? This issue of maintenance is another issue. A lot of people raising what's a take? What you foresee? Do you think a county like Sino, and other counties, especially small counties around the place, don't you think there will be challenges in the issue that has to do with maintenance and and other stuff? But let's hear from you. Let's
do it like this, George. To purchase the 285 pieces of yellow machine, the government had to go and borrow money from the bank. Despite we have a budget of 1.2 billion. It also means, very possible, that to maintain these yellow machines, the government will have to go and borrow money from another bank, maybe this time not EcoBank, maybe another international bank.
Is that what you're sensing?
Because the entire budget lacks the space, the fiscal space for that, the maintenance, the entire budget. So you're talking about 2027 budget now, before maybe the government can factor in mechanism, a lot of money for maintenance. Mind you, to maintain the machine during the dry season is somehow, you can work around it, but not the rainy season, especially targeting the southeast. This is why you see most of the counties have had yellow machine like Nimba, Grenku, Sino. They are all used their development funds before and procure 1 or 2 or 4 or 5 pieces of yellow machine, but to sustain it, to maintain it. So the 285 yellow machine, 19 to each county, is huge. But the maintenance, to operationalize those machines and make sure the objectives are met and achieved. What is the fiscal space? The entire government budget, you know what it means? For 930 million to be recurring expenditure, with just 280 million or 289 million for infrastructure, and then of the 289, 200 million is contingent on accident metal signature bonus. It tells you that the priorities of the government is in the pocket, in their salary, in goods and